All right, Coach, introduce yourself and your players. Just a brief statement about the game.
Mitch McHenry. I'm going to order from my right to left. I've got senior Landon Keisker, senior Harrison Dinnig. I've got senior Braden Shorter, and senior Trey Edding. Losing's never fun. We don't like losing. Losing is what really drives me in our profession. Losing drives me more than winning. And all these guys are the ultimate competitors. We don't like losing. So it very much stings right now. And we're very much going to be happy. And I just talked to him, we're going to be at peace with how this season played out and how we competed. We were able to sit in the locker room and look at each other and know that we all gave each other, coaches, players, we all gave each other everything we had. And that we don't have to have any regret. I don't have to have any regret as a coach thinking what could have been, if my players gave me more, if we would have practiced harder, if we would have been more prepared, if our coaches would have done a little bit more. I don't have any of those thoughts because we approached this process and this run the right way from our coaches, from our players. These four seniors and what they've accomplished in their career has been nothing short of magnificent, special. They have been. I know we are Kickapoo. I understand we're Kickapoo, but we have played an underdog role the last 2 years. They played the underdog role last year when we lost 5 Division I kids, or 4 Division I kids last year. They played the underdog role last year, and they played the underdog role this year. We don't spend a whole lot of time looking at preseason rankings during the year, top 10, all that stuff, but we weren't in the top 10 very much this year. And there were teams that we beat that were in the top 10 in front of us. And we were able to let our play do the talking late in the year. And it was another year where we had a lot coming back from last year. We lost a certain player. A lot of people didn't give us the credit that we felt like we deserved and what these 4 seniors deserved. And I am beyond proud of what we accomplished, what we did this year. Losing is not fun. It's not fun, okay? But we have tears because something is ending, not because of a loss. We have tears because I'm going to coach these guys anymore. We have tears because they don't get to wear the brown and gold anymore. Those are our tears, not because of regret. And I can't be more proud of these 4 and these guys that are sitting up here with me right now.
Trey, to what Coach was saying there, how much did you guys just kind of thrive off kind of being overlooked? That's kind of rare for a Kickapoo team to maybe be doubted. To the degree you guys were.
I don't really think we looked at it too much, and even if we did, we might have used it as motivation, but we really didn't pay attention to it that much. Just did what we needed to do to make a deep postseason run.
Mitch, what changed when it was 25-21? You guys were up, and then it just kind of flipped a little bit. It seemed like Evans got a little bit loose, and they kind of pushed the tempo a little bit, or they just start making shots?
Well, I mean, they're really, really good, and we're athletic than we are. They've got a little bit more size than we are. They're really, really good, and we battled and competed. We needed some more shots to fall. That's beyond our control. We only had one thing the first time we played them, we turned the ball over a little bit too much, a lot. The first time we played them, we only had 12 turnovers tonight. We just needed some more shots to fall. We leaned heavy on 5 guys tonight, and we leaned heavy on these 4 seniors. And that was the last 2 games have been two physical games. And they're playing, they got 4 Division I kids. They're very, very good. And for us to battle, our margin of error was small tonight. We just needed to get a few more stops and hit a few more shots at some crucial times. And I think that was, they were able to hit those shots in the second half and get a little separation.
Braden, just it comes to an end now, but just how much fun were this run these last few weeks and what you guys were able to accomplish and have it put you guys in an opportunity to have a chance today. Just how much fun was this?
It was so much fun. I can't say enough about this group, these coaches, and I'm just really proud of us because I think like we talked about last time in the Tournament of Champions, we're such a different group than we were in the Tournament of Champions. We've grown so much together, how we play, and I'm having so much fun right now, and I'm sad it's coming to an end. But like Coach said, I'm really proud of this.
Coach, Braden mentions the TFC. I think yesterday when he came in here, he said we came in a little quicker than we did last time we were in this press room. What's that kind of say about the leadership that these four guys have from what has changed in the last 2 months? I mean, the differential between you and Staley has drastically become much shorter. What's it say about these guys and their leadership?
Well, I think this is something that's been consistent with these guys in their entire careers and why we were able to get to this point. We were able to get to this point because of these four that are sitting up here with me. They have constantly been professionals when it comes to their craft, how they approach the game, how they are as teammates. They've been great, and they've been great staples of our program. And we can look in the future, we can look back at this group and these guys, and this is the blueprint of what it should look like. Like these four guys are the blueprint of what it means to be a Kickapoo basketball player. And they've always answered the bell. Like they've always tried to improve. They've always worked on things they can work on. And what has been great is it's great having players that have the hunger, the humility to just continue to get better. And we spend a lot of time talking about things, ways that we can get better. We don't stay content very often. Braden Shorter is a heck of a player for us. He wasn't content going into this senior season because he had a commitment, because he was already an all-stater. He had a great drive going into this year. All these four guys had a great drive going into this year, and that's why we got to this point. And that's why for however many years I'm at Kickapoo, we can always look back at these four, and it gives us the blueprint of what our guys need to do in order to be the ultimate Kickapoo basketball player and the ultimate teammate.
Landon, a pretty good senior year for you between this and soccer. What are you going to remember about these last 6 months from now? Looking back.
Definitely these other four dudes right next to me. First time that Coach McKenna was in 5th grade, he was my PE teacher. And then I've grown up with these guys. So it's going to be remembering everybody, remembering everyone that was a part of this run, and who I've grown up with.
Harrison, kind of piggyback on that question. I played high school sports. My team's never made it out of districts. You guys made a heck of a run this year, man. What's it mean for you to sit up here with these guys? You don't have the gold, but you got a pretty strong brotherhood.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I feel like we were able to kind of make a name for ourselves, us four up here. I was really proud of us, our whole team, really, and how we came together, especially towards the end of the year.
Coach, I know putting the silver around their necks wasn't the most fun, but you gave a lot of hugs, and that's a lot of what this is about. So why is it to you that this is more than just basketball? Why is it a bigger picture for the path of life?
Well, it's relationships. The great thing is all four of these guys are going to go play at the next level, and I get to follow their careers and watch them at the next level. And for Landon, it's going to be soccer. For the other three, it's going to be basketball, and get to follow them along. And you get into this profession. Like I love basketball and I love coaching, but if you are just in love with that, this profession can be very, very miserable because there's a lot of failure. And I am not miserable right now because I love the relationships that I have with my guys. I love the relationships that I've had with these four seniors through the good and through the bad. We have strengthened each other. They have made me look like a really, really good coach, which I appreciate that a lot. And it's about it's about relationships, and it's about these guys, and it's about raising these young men to be men. It's about preparing them for next year when they're out on their own and at the college level now. That's pretty important. And our program takes quite a bit of pride in that.
Harry, you've been a starter in 2 state championship games now. What makes this specific team different as far as heart and the way you guys play every time you take the floor?
Yeah, I think this team, we just had to kind of scratch and claw for everything we got to get here, and nothing was really handed to us. And like, I think we beat 4 state-ranked teams in order to get here, and just I don't know, the way we fought to end this year, I'm really proud of it, and it made it a lot of fun, even though we didn't come over the way.
Coach, if you can add on to that too. I mean, we've talked about the team 2 years ago a lot and how it had 5 Division I players. This one, just the heart and fundamentals, the way they play, just what was it about this team that was able to go on this run?
I think 2 years ago, obviously getting here is a great accomplishment, no matter what your season looks like, or what your players look like. But 2 years ago, we were the favorite. 2 years ago, we got a lot of attention. We were talked about a lot, and that was warranted because we had special players, and we had guys that were going to Mizzou and these other places in Division I. This journey was a lot different, and it was just as rewarding. Like, it's just as rewarding. It was just as fun. But it was a very different journey, and that's the one thing about coaching, and the one thing about these guys as they continue their careers and their season. Every year is a little bit different. Every year is its new journey and new path. And this year was, Harry kind of knocked on the head where we just scratched and clawed for everything. I mean, we scratched and clawed for everything. It was a scrappy group. It was a fun group to coach. And I felt these guys made the most of their opportunities and their skill and their team. And I thought we all got a lot out of each other this year to get to this point and to compete against a really, really good team and give ourselves a chance to win a championship.
You got a smile on your face while you're going down the line, giving them hugs and putting the medals around their neck right when heartbreak is starting to set in. Just how are you able to do that right there in that moment? What are you saying to the guys?
Because I'm not sad. I'm not sad right now. You tell me to smile all the time. Our work now is done. Our work's done. And I can smile, and I'm going to smile a lot moving forward as I remember these guys and as I remember the last 4 months that we've had in the season. And it's really easy to smile at guys and have tears with guys and hug guys when they give you everything they have, when they're coachable, when you don't have to deal with egos, when you don't have to deal with attitude. The smile is genuine, and I'm proud of them.
Brady, you guys lose Zane last year. Coming into this year, there's conversations about other teams in the area. Yeah, you guys are the only area team playing this weekend. What's this last year been like in your last ride, but to really end today when you guys are the only team playing today in the area?
I think just the fact that everybody thought just because Zayd left, we weren't in the picture anymore. I think that was just fuel to our fire because, I loved playing with Zayd, and we had a really good year my junior year. But I think that motivation is what got us here because we connected so much better. And not saying it's just because he was gone, it's just because we had to. And like Harry said, we've scratched and clawed just for every single win that we've gotten. And yeah, I think it was just motivation for us because even though I loved playing with him, we needed to do what we needed to do to get here. And it feels really good to be here.
One more? Anybody? Okay.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you guys.